lot of that you can control, and some of it you can't really, you know, and when you're just working in a studio environment like that, you know, all you're really trying to do is just trying to present the song in the most authentic way possible, you know, so it was just a lot of trying to keep fresh a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings in relation to the material that we were working through. Yeah, Intersections is a really interesting song because I think when it was selected for the album, you know, it wasn't one of the songs that I thought had, you know, the most potential to stand out on its own. You know, I think it's primarily just because, you know, structurally it doesn't really follow that standard kind of A-B format that, you know, a lot of popular songs or whatever follow these days. You know, but obviously the intention is to try and come up with something a little bit different. You know, in a lot of the material that I wrote that's on the EP, you know, changing the structure of the song and something was important to me in terms of it was an aspect that I really wanted to experiment with and try and create something that felt familiar but was being presented in a different way. And you know, and as it turns out, Intersections really was able to kind of capture that better than probably the rest of the other songs on the album were. The honest to God truth is I really don't. I mean, when it comes down to songwriting to me, the way I approach a song is usually just through inspiration. I mean, I write stuff, you know, because I feel things or I see things and I feel the need to kind of reflect on those and communicate them. You know, that's songwriting at its most basic level. And I think to me, I take it maybe that extra step further in terms of how I think about it, which is more that when I'm thinking about writing a song, it's usually I am somewhere and I have that feeling or that need to express something. And so I try to capture the environment too, because I think, you know, when I'm writing stuff, or at least when I'm listening to music growing up, you know, it was about, oh, that's a really cool song for driving, or oh, that's a really cool song for, you know, listening to when I'm out with my buddies, or that's a party song, or whatever it is. You know, and I think that the context of where those ideas come from comes from, you know, the environment, you know, the artist was in when creating it. All the songs on the album really have to do with like getting over yourself, because I think you know, whether it's relationships or whether it's you know, being aggravated by social injustices, or whether it's like compartmentalizing yourself. You know, or like, you know, more internal stuff that's going on within you. You know, there's a much bigger universe out there that's around kind of the thoughts that you build and you create for yourself. That human need to be in contact and to be around other people, you know, not having that perspective and not having those relationships, you know, is really, you know, is really detrimental to kind of what happens to the thoughts and the perspective that goes through your mind, because you become very focused on kind of what you're thinking and what you're doing, and you know, what's wrong with what's going on in your life. And you know, we're all a product of our environment. We're all a product of the people that we hang around and the relationships we have. You know, and so it's sometimes the best thing you can do to make yourself feel better about a situation or something is to not do something for you, or to not do something, you know, with the goal of trying to change what you are, but to try and change, you know, the environment that you're in, or the people that surround you, or try and aid or support them.